Okay, so good morning, all. Social studies class. We are going to revise lesson 4, page number 28. When we had done this chapter, we had studied about natural resources which are present by the nature to us. They are like a gift to us by the nature. So, what are the natural resources which are gifted to us by the nature? They are the wind, the air, sunlight, water, and we should preserve these natural resources, conserve these natural resources for our future use. Okay, so now we are going to just brief the chapter again and do the revision. Nature has gifted us with many resources. Keep looking in the books and read. These are called natural resources. So, the resources which are given to us by nature as the gift are known as natural resources. What are the examples of natural resources? Water, land, sunlight, air, forest, animals, minerals. Yes, so these are the natural resources: wind, sun, water. Now, here in natural resources are also of two types: renewable natural resources and non renewable. Yes, yes. Now, renewable resources are those resources which can be renewed and they will never exhaust, means they will never finish and you can use them again and again, like water, like air, like sunlight. Okay, and non renewable resources are those resources which are exhaustible, means if you are going to use them in abundance, a time will come when they will finish and we will not be able to use them further. So let's read renewable resources. Renewable resources are those that are inexhaustible and can be used again and again. This is the definition of renewable resource. If in exams it comes, define renewable resources, then you are going to write this only. So underline, renewable resources are those that are inexhaustible and can be used again and again. Water, sun, and wind are examples of renewable resource. If in example is asked, you can write examples. At least three examples you should know. That is water, sun, and wind. Okay. Then comes to non-renewable resources. Now, non-renewable resources, underline the definition. Non-renewable resources are exhaustible. Exhaustible means they can finish in future and cannot be replaced. Examples include iron and uranium. Underline the example of non-renewable resource. That is iron and uranium. What happened? Which child is having a problem? What happened? I'm not audible. Mute your mics, then it will be clear. Mute your mics. All of you mute your mic. We were discussing about non-renewable resources. Manvi, mute your mic, beta. Non-renewable resources we were discussing about. So non-renewable resources are those which are exhaustible. Exhaustible means they can finish in near future and cannot be replaced. Examples of non-renewable resources are iron, uranium, etc. All right. Now, uses of natural resources. How we can use the natural resources which are given. Yes, Manvi. Tressa, please pay attention in the chapter. Yes, I saw that. Tressa, pay attention in the chapter. The development and growth of industries depends on the sources of energy or fuel available in nature. We need a large quantity of fuel to power all machines, vehicles, and gadgets in our modern world. Some of the natural resources are used directly, like water and air. There are many uses of water, and the most important use for industries, especially the use of water, is hydroelectricity. Means we generate electricity from water. So the water and the air, these are the natural resources which are used in abundance for the development of our country or the whole world. River water flowing from mountains is used for generating electricity. Can you see in the picture the dam? the dam image is given, and from there the water is coming flowing with a very high speed. When water is flowed in a very high speed from mountain or from the dam, then that water is used to produce current. So, and that current is known as hydroelectricity. I explained this term hydroelectricity in the previous class also. Hydro means water, electricity means current. So current which is produced from water is known as hydroelectricity. Okay, then minerals, they are separated from ores before they can be used by us. Ores means they are extracted from the soil, from the ground. They are dig, mining is done, and then the minerals are extracted, refined, and then we use them. The gold which we use, the jewelry which we wear, your mothers wear the gold jewelry. It is not that the same jewelry came out from the ground. No, it had come in the crude form. It had come from the ore, then they are being refined in industries, then jewelry shape is given, and then it is sold out in the market. Okay, so all the minerals and metals, gold is a metal, all minerals and metals are extracted from the earth. Their mining is done, they are digged out from the earth, then refined, given a proper shape, and then they are sell out in the market. Okay, then petroleum we had studied this in Saudi Arabia chapter also. Petroleum, when it is digged out from the well or taken out from the well, it is in the crude form, and then later it is refined and then exported in the other countries. Okay, then comes alternative resources. Alternative resources means a substitute of it. The ever increasing population has increased the demand for natural resources, so we have to look for untapped new resources. For example, the sun is a great source of energy. Solar energy will always be available to us. Solar energy is being used for heating and generating electricity. Alternative means we can use substitute. For example, when you go to the school and in class, any of your teacher is absent. She hasn't come. So is the class remains empty? No, another teacher comes in that period. Yes. So that is alternative substitution. Similarly, in natural resources also, we have substitutions or alternative resources. Means from one energy, one resource, how we can use it in a different ways. Like sunlight is one. We are getting sunlight. How we can use it in different ways? We can use it through solar energy also. The energy that we get from Divya Dhamija, why you are eating pen? What is happening? Pay attention. Energy that we get from the sun is solar energy. How we can use it in different forms, that is up to us. Okay, and the most important work of solar energy is to generate electricity and power. Turn page number 30. Conservation of natural resources. Conservation means prevention, okay, or to preserve energy or resources for future use so that they don't finish or don't get exhaust. So conservation of natural resources means using natural resources, underline, carefully, sensibly, and wisely. If it the question comes in exam, what do you mean by conservation of resources? What you are going to write? You are going to write conservation of natural resources means using natural resources sensibly, wisely, and carefully. Okay, then what are the measures to conserve resources? How can we conserve resources? First, keep the environment clean and green. Every day, every time, this has been told to and explained to everybody, to keep our environment, our house, our surroundings clean and then green. We should plant more and more trees to keep our environment healthier. Then throw biodegradable and non biodegradable waste separately. Biodegradable waste are those wastes and which can be dissolved in soil and can degrade soon, but non biodegradable are those which do not degrade soon. It takes years and years, and some to do not degrade at all, like plastic, glass. They do not finish. That's why it is said we should not throw degradable and non biodegradable waste together. Batteries, these are non biodegradable. Biodegradable are vegetable peels, fruit peels. Okay, so we should throw biodegradable and non biodegradable waste separately. Do not waste water, very important. Water scarcity is there all over the world. We should not waste water. Then protect trees. Yes, cutting of trees should not be enhanced. Deforestation should not be enhanced. Afforestation should be there. Afforestation means planting of more trees. Deforestation means cutting of trees. So deforestation should not be there, and we should plant more and more trees and protect them. Then use. I'm going to ask question Divit Hamija, and you are not paying attention at all, playing with pencil, looking here and there, and I'm looking each and every child. Don't think that ma'am is not looking at you. I'm going to ask questions, and then if you're not going to answer, then see what I'm going to do. Okay, you're sitting smiling and playing with pencil, looking here and there, eating pencil. Are you hungry? Then go and have breakfast. You're hungry? Now then, why you're eating pencil? Okay. Do not waste water, then protect trees, and then use alternative sources of energy like solar energy, wind energy, and water energy. We should use alternative sources of energy properly. Conserve petroleum by following carpools. Now, carpools means we should contribute with each other. Carpools means if one person is going for any work, he should not use car, or if he's using car, then he should pool. Pool means contribute. He should take other people also with them. Then use CNG in your vehicles. Again, we know CNG is compressed natural gas, which is good for nature. It does not produce pollution, whereas petrol and diesel vehicles, they produce pollution in the air. So we should use CNG. CNG full form is compressed natural gas. Preserve and protect plants and animals. Plants and animals should be preserved and protected for future use, so that they do not get extinct. Because few Hania is also talking today. Hania is also talking, not paying attention today. Few animals have already extinct and some are on the verge of extinction. So we should preserve and protect animals and trees. All right. Since we have already done this chapter and we have revised also, I am going to ask few questions. Dash is a non-renewable resource. So example of a non-renewable resource. Give one example of non-renewable resource. Hania. Iron is there, uranium is there, petroleum is there. Okay. Electricity can be generated. No. David Hamija will answer. He was eating pencil, na? He was not paying attention. So David Hamija. Electricity can be generated using David Hamija. Electricity can be generated using David Hamija. Now you are looking in the book, searching. Electricity can be generated using how we produce electricity. Water. We generate electricity using plants, animals, or water? Water. Okay, very good. Next, the example of natural resource that can be used directly are natural resources, air and water. Air, water. Yes, yes. Coal and petroleum are dash resources. Coal and petroleum. Coal and petroleum are non-renewable resources. Yes. Very good, very good. Coal and petroleum are non-renewable resources. Dash is an inexhaustible resource. Inexhaustible means that which never finishes. Air, very good, very good. Air is inexhaustible. We should always keep the dash clean. What we should keep clean? Environment. Environment. We should always keep environment clean. The non-renewable natural resource are non-renewable natural resources. Non-renewable means which will finish in near future if we don't use it properly. Coal and petroleum. Coal and petroleum. Zaina, your camera is off. On your camera, Zaina Shafiq. Zaina Shafiq, on your camera. Coal and petrol. Yes. Okay. So your today's homework is that you have to read the lesson again, go through the important points, and the PDF which I am going to give, you have to solve those questions in revision register. Where you have to do these questions? Revision register. All right? Yes. Today itself. Thank you.